Hey mamas, and welcome back to Workin' Mama. Today I want to talk about the few things that I considered as part of my decision of whether or not to keep my older son in school or out while I'm on maternity leave. I'm actually very, very lucky that I'm able to take 5 months out with the birth of this little one. So this may be weighing heavily on you, right? What a decision. Should I pull my son? Should I leave him in school? What should I do? So these are the 3 things that I considered as part of that decision. So that first thing to think about is the financial impact that this decision will have on you. When we talked about pulling Weston out and just going part-time with him instead of full-time, it was only going to save us $40 a week. Now that is not nothing, but to me, it wasn't worth it. So just thinking about kind of that in the scheme of how much it costs for his daycare full-time to begin with, it's not enough savings to kind of take away the one-on-one bond, to ruin his routine on a weekly basis as well. So those types of things, to me, it wasn't worth it for the financial savings. If I had pulled him out completely, that would have been probably closer to worth it. The next thing I want you to consider with this decision is your daycare's capacity. Like, are you going to be able to pull them out and put them back in when you want to? I know a lot of daycares in our area have waiting lists, and so if I were to completely unenroll him, they don't really have like a leave of absence you can take. We would just need to kind of hope that we can put him back in when the time comes. Work it out with your daycare, if that's something that you're looking into doing, but find that out before you make your decision, because you wouldn't want to pull your kid and then not be able to re-enroll them when the time comes that you need to. Okay? And then the last thing that really weighed on our decision was having a toddler in daycare in that cesspool of germs and bringing them home, especially during a global pandemic such as the one that we're in right now. So that's something that I was really concerned about, especially for the first 2 months. If your baby has a fever in the first 2 months of life, it's like automatic ER visit, right? It's not just about COVID, it's also about RSV. It's about any bug, right, could be detrimental to the health of your littlest one. So that's something else that, you may consider when you're thinking about this decision, what's right for you and your family. So to conclude, even with all of those factors, what we ultimately decided to do was to keep him in school, and I am so happy that we did. And here is why. Toddlers crave routine and normalcy in their lives. They like knowing what to expect, and keeping Weston in school has been really helpful for him during this difficult transitional period of his life. His whole world has really been completely upended by us bringing in another little one into our lives. His attention from us is now divided. He does not have us 100% of the time. He's now having to take turns and share, his toys, his attention, his parents, right? His house, his puppies, eventually his room when this little guy moves in with him as well and he's out of the bassinet in our room. So with all of that big change already coming at him, I think having him maintain the consistency of going to school every day and having activities to do there and having friends and having that bit of normalcy for him, I think has been really helpful for him during this transitional period of his life. So overall, I'm really happy with the decision that I made, even though I felt kind of less than, or maybe not mom enough to be able to handle having both of them at home. I felt a lot of mom guilt about this, like, shouldn't I be able to handle this? People who don't have daycare, they're stay-at-home parents that take care of both of their kids, many kids, a lot more than 2, a lot of people have. So why can't I do that too? I should be able to handle it. But overall, really happy with the decision that I made. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like. I'd love for you to consider subscribing to Workin' Mama if you're interested in this kind of content. I also do all kinds of reviews on baby gear, mama gear. I do a lot of packing videos around diaper bags and things like that. So I would love to have you join us. I'm also on Instagram at WorkinMama1, so please feel free to check us out there too. And I think that's it. I will